The palace of the Orion Crown rose like a silver mountain above the capital city, its towers reflecting the three suns that blazed across the sky. Within its chambers lived Princess Riala, heir to a lineage older than most star maps. She was admired for her calm judgment, respected for her steady voice, and feared for her exceptional insight. Yet on this morning, all such qualities mattered little. The young princess lay pale on her bed, while court physicians whispered in panic. A strange affliction gripped her veins, sending tremors through her limbs and draining the light from her eyes. The king, Torvin, stood near her bedside, his jaw locked as he tried to control his fear. Riala was his only child. His entire reign rested on her future. He had summoned healers from across the empire, yet none could identify the unseen force attacking her body. The royal council gathered in the adjoining hall. Voices rose and fell like storm tides. "We cannot lose her," one counselor murmured. "Bring the scholars of Vernus," another suggested. "They have already failed," Torvin replied, his voice shaking with frustration. "Each theory contradicts the last. I need a cure. I need someone who can actually save her." A quiet advisor stepped forward and bowed. "There is one possibility. It is unorthodox, but the situation demands it. A human doctor arrived on our world 3 days ago. His name is Liam. He has treated conditions our own physicians struggle to understand. He volunteered to assist in the central ward of the capital. Some claim his knowledge surpasses what we expected from Earth science." Many in the hall exchanged looks of disbelief. Humans were neither enemies nor allies to the Orion Crown. They were newcomers to the Empire, often underestimated, often judged by their lack of grand technology. Yet rumors had begun to circulate. Humans were creative. Humans were stubborn. Humans could perceive patterns others overlooked. Torvin hesitated. The idea of entrusting his daughter's life to an outsider felt like madness. Yet hope was a fragile thing, and currently he had none. "Fetch him." Torvin ordered. Liam arrived under heavy escort. He was plain in appearance and moved carefully, as if overwhelmed by the ornate hallways. When he stood before the king, he bowed with respect. "You were told my daughter is dying," Torvin said. "Every healer in my empire has failed. You are the last option. Do you believe you can help her?" Liam met his gaze, steady and unafraid. "I cannot promise success. But if I can examine her and study what your physicians have observed, I may identify possibilities that others missed." His answer carried no arrogance, only sincerity. Torvin gave a curt nod and led him to Riala's chamber. When Liam saw the princess, his expression softened with concern. Riala's breathing was shallow. Her violet skin had faded to a dull gray. A faint energy pulse flickered on her forehead, like a beacon weakening with every moment. What caused this? Liam asked the nearest court healer. "We believe it is a parasitic energy flux from an unknown artifact she discovered during her last diplomatic mission," the healer explained. "It attaches to bioelectric pathways and drains them." Liam listened, but did not accept the explanation immediately. He examined her with handheld scanners he brought from Earth, comparing the results with the readings from Orion devices. He checked her breathing rhythm. He measured the pulse of her energy networks. After several minutes, he noted the irregular patterns. Then he asked to see the artifact. The advisors hesitated. The artifact was locked in a containment vault. It was considered dangerous. But Torvin ordered them to comply. If Liam needed it, he would have it. The artifact looked like a small crystal sphere. It pulsed faintly, as if alive. Liam studied its patterns and compared them to the rhythms in Riala's body. He noticed the tempo differed. The crystal vibrated at a steady cycle, while Riala's internal pulses were chaotic. "It is not draining her," Liam said. "It is trying to synchronize with her. But her bioelectric frequency is rejecting it. Her body is fighting the link." That is what is causing the collapse. Some of the healers frowned. They had misinterpreted the symptoms. Liam continued, "You need to stabilize her natural frequency first. If we can match it for a short period, the artifact's influence may settle instead of disrupt." Torvin stepped forward. "Can you do that?" "I believe so," Liam said. "But it requires a field regulator I will have to build. Your machines do not modulate frequencies the same way human technology does." The king gave his blessing. "Build what you must. My resources are yours." Liam worked with engineers through the night. He sketched diagrams, fused components, and tested resonance fields. Although exhausted, he never slowed. The palace halls buzzed with uncertainty. Few believed the human could succeed. Yet his determination inspired hope in some of the staff who watched him work dot by dawn. Liam had constructed a portable frequency stabilizer. It was simple, compact, and unlike anything the Orion engineers had seen. He brought it to Riala's chamber. The princess was barely conscious now. Her breath moved weakly. Torvin stood at her side, refusing to leave. "Place this near her chest," Liam instructed. "It will align her energy flows. Once the cycles match, remove the artifact from its containment and bring it close to her." "Is that safe?" a healer asked. "For a brief moment, yes," Liam replied. "After the stabilization, the artifact should integrate instead of overwhelm." The king gave permission. Liam activated the device. A soft hum filled the room. A pale glow wrapped around Riala's chest. Her pulse pattern began to shift. Liam monitored every change. When the alignment stabilized, he nodded. "Now." They brought the artifact close. It pulsed once, twice, then released a gentle burst of energy. Riala gasped. Her eyes opened. The glow around her forehead brightened. The artifact's rhythm merged with her own. Her breathing steadied. Her color returned. The tremors vanished. Liam stepped back in relief. He had succeeded. Torvin stared at him, stunned. The room was silent, except for Riala's soft breaths. "You saved her life," Torvin said quietly. "You have done what our finest minds could not." Liam bowed his head. "I am honored to help." Riala's eyes found Liam. Though weak, her voice carried warmth. "Thank you. I did not hear your name earlier." "Liam," he said. Riala smiled with gratitude. "Liam, I will remember it." The palace rejoiced. News spread that the princess had been saved by a human. Envoys across the empire sent messages of relief. Many who had doubted Earth's potential now regarded humans with newfound respect. Over the following days, Riala recovered steadily. Liam visited her often to monitor her progress. Their conversations grew longer. Riala asked about Earth, its oceans, its mountains, its storms. Liam described them with a gentle tone that made her imagine each place clearly. She told him about the Orion crown, its traditions, and the weight of her future responsibilities. They grew comfortable with each other. Riala admired Liam's patience and humility. Liam admired her strength and clarity of thought. Their bond deepened naturally. King Torvin watched these interactions with interest. He saw the trust between them. He saw how the princess smiled more warmly when Liam entered the room. The king was not blind to the fact that his daughter's recovery had changed something in her heart. On the 10th day after her healing, Torvin called Liam to the great hall. Advisors lined the walls. Warriors stood at attention. Riala sat beside her father, healthy once more. "You crossed the boundaries of our knowledge to save the one I value most," Torvin said. "You acted with courage and honesty. You have earned the respect of my court." "I am grateful, Your Majesty," Liam replied. Torvin looked toward Riala. "My daughter wishes to speak." Riala rose. Her voice was steady and confident. "Father, in the days since Liam saved my life, I have learned much about his world and his character. I have learned that strength does not always come from power. Sometimes it comes from empathy and courage. I ask for your approval to appoint Liam as Chief Medical Advisor to the Crown. His insight is essential to our future. Murmurs spread across the hall. A human serving in such an esteemed position was unheard of. Some were uneasy. Others were curious. Torvin, however, had anticipated her request. "Your judgment is wise," the king said. "I approve." But Riala was not finished. She turned toward Liam, her eyes bright with sincerity. "There is more I wish to say," she continued. "Liam, when I was in darkness, you brought me back into light. You saw solutions when others saw failure. You risked everything for someone you barely knew. My gratitude is beyond measure, but my feelings have grown into something stronger. If my father permits, I wish you to remain not only as our advisor, but as a companion beside me." The hall fell still. No one breathed. Torvin's expression remained calm, yet his eyes glowed with pride. Liam stood frozen. "Princess, I am honored beyond words, but I am not of your world. Your people may not accept such a bond." Riala stepped closer to him. "Understanding between worlds begins with understanding between individuals. You have shown that hearts from different stars can meet. That is enough for me." Torvin finally spoke. "Liam, you saved my daughter's life and restored hope to my throne. If she chooses you, then I will not deny her. You have my approval." A wave of surprise spread through the hall. Liaison officers whispered among themselves. This moment marked a shift in the Empire's history. A human had earned the respect of alien royalty through skill, courage, and humanity. Liam bowed his head, overwhelmed yet steady. "Then I accept your trust and your invitation." The court erupted in applause. "Riala,"